Well, I don't think there's any secret sauce. In terms of approaches, I think you need a multi-layered approach, right? You need to have, and the basics is always very important. If you haven't got a good foundation, you're going to struggle. And when it comes to the banking platform, I'm actually going to say you'll have to wait for my talk, because I got some good ideas on how do we manage identity verification and mitigating the threats, while we also have to balance customer friction, because customers, they want less, but they also need to take responsibility in protecting their own information and their own finances. I think the ability for how we've used eBankit is more of a presentation layer. So it doesn't necessarily have all of the customer data permanently stored. What would be a great approach is for anything that is stored, how is that information protected? So a good principle is obviously to do data tokenization or data masking when displaying it back. So having that embedded into the application, even if it's not stored within eBankit, let's say I'm reviewing bill payments and there's a credit card number there. Well, having the ability to say, not display the full credit card number back, but only to display a masked version of that credit card. When you have to enter it, sure, you have to enter the full thing, but don't allow for a threat actor to go do an account takeover and then collect that information. So we saw that quite recently, where account takeovers would result in them collecting personal information so that they could then phone the contact center to get by the knowledge-based security questions at the contact center and maybe have a password reset or add a e-transfer recipient, and that way they would end up bypassing the one-time password or step-up authentication mechanisms.